What's your favorite mic drop moment in real life? My professor started screaming at me in front of 200 students, accusing me of plagiarism. Dr. Morgan was pacing around the lecture hall, waving my research paper like evidence at a trial. His face was red with fake outrage as he pointed directly at me, sitting in the third row surrounded by my classmates. "This is blatant academic fraud," he shouted loud enough for the entire auditorium to hear. "Miss Rhodes has clearly stolen this research from published sources because there's no way she could produce work this sophisticated." The lecture hall buzzed with whispers as everyone turned to stare at me like I was some kind of criminal. "Stand up, Miss Rhodes," he demanded, walking down the aisle toward my seat. "I want everyone to see what academic dishonesty looks like before I report you to the integrity board for immediate expulsion." I stood up slowly and pulled out my phone. The entire lecture hall went silent, expecting me to either confess or try to defend myself against his accusations. Instead, I opened my contacts and hit dial. "What are you doing?" Dr. Morgan snapped, trying to grab my phone. "Put that away immediately. This is a serious academic matter." The phone started ringing on speaker loud enough for everyone to hear. After 3 rings, a professional voice answered, saying, "Cambridge Academic Publishing. This is Sarah. How can I help you?" "Hi, Sarah. This is Lisa Rhodes," I said clearly into the phone. "I'm calling about the Morgan publication that's scheduled for release next month. I need to verify my payment status for the ghostwriting contract." Dr. Morgan's face went completely white. He lunged forward, trying to end the call, but I stepped away, keeping the phone on speaker. "Oh yes, Miss Rhodes," Sarah replied, checking her records. "Dr. Morgan has been very pleased with your work on his statistical analysis book. You've completed all 3 chapters, and your final payment of $5,000 will be processed next week." The lecture hall erupted as students realized their professor had hired me to write his upcoming publication. People were shouting questions and recording everything while Dr. Morgan desperately tried to grab my phone. "That's not what this is," he stammered, backing away as students surrounded us. "This is taken completely out of context. She's lying about our arrangement." But Sarah kept talking through the speaker. "Dr. Morgan specifically requested that you handle all the methodology sections because your statistical expertise exceeds his knowledge in that area." "Sarah, can you please confirm the publication date?" I asked loud enough for everyone to hear. "Students here are curious about when Dr. Morgan's book will be available." "Certainly," she replied. "Statistical Methods by Dr. Morgan releases October 15th. Of course, we understand that Miss Rhodes cannot receive public credit due to academic publishing requirements." Dr. Morgan was now frantically waving his hands, trying to signal me to hang up. "Wait, there seems to be some confusion," Sarah said after hearing background noise. "Is Dr. Morgan there? I should probably speak with him about the contract details." "He's right here," I said, turning toward him with the phone extended. "Dr. Morgan, your publisher wants to discuss the book you hired me to write." He refused to take the phone and started backing toward the exit. Students were now blocking his path, asking questions about his other publications and whether those were ghost-written too. "Dr. Morgan," Sarah's voice called through the speaker. "Are you there? We need to discuss the final edits for Miss Rhodes' chapters before publication." The entire lecture hall was recording as he pushed through students trying to escape. Someone shouted, "Professor, are all your books fake?" as he reached the door. "This call will be recorded for quality assurance," Sarah announced, just as Dr. Morgan bolted from the auditorium. "Miss Rhodes, please have Dr. Morgan contact us immediately about this situation." I hung up as students erupted in chaos. Dr. Morgan was suspended before dinner time. 4 other grad students came forward. His book was canceled, and the university launched an investigation. I kept my $5,000 and got reassigned to a real professor.